Hey anyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, where tonight we're finishing the last 3 episodes of Star Wars Visions Season 2. If you enjoyed this reaction, consider hitting the like button. If you want to see more of my reactions, consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you don't want to do either, then let's just get into the video. 88 Pictures presents The Bandits of Golak. Oh, interesting. Are they reusing Clone Wars? Looks exactly like a Clone Wars animation. Took me a second to remember that, hey, that's a clone. Oh, it almost looks like a clone. But it took me a second to realize that 88 Pictures was the Indian animation groups. I forgot which one was which, but that train scene just reminded me of like how everyone's packed in there. And how those two, like, their accents and how they're posted against that window. Like, this has to be the Indian one, right? B? This is Star Wars jalebi? That looks like, well, it's on a stick like a lollipop?
How about a little? The bandits right for?
Oh, they're the Bandits of Golak. Okay, that's much cuter.
Alright then.
See, that's the same model as, I can't remember his name. Don't do that! Stupid. I don't know what those aliens are. I've never seen those before. Alright. So it's not like they're still... Not like they've reused all... Oh, no, she's playing it too. It's not like they've reused all Clone Wars models, they've just taken some.
She has special powers.
Oh, you snitch-ass fool! Yeah, it's the exact model of Master.
We're entering the jungle.
Look, I'll put the name here, but it's him.
Call for backup?
The Empire pays a lot of credits for kids like you.
Oh, fuck off.
Huh? The Jungoris are here.
The what now? Are these rebels or just criminals? Up, there's the answers. I got the answer for me. Terra Sanubit.
We're safe. Okay?
Oh, here.
Our stop is not far now.
The stormtroopers on here. Apparently you are. What do I know? It's so interesting seeing an Indian flavor in Star Wars. And it's so interesting to see like a proper Indian flavor, not like the way Americans do it, right? Like, in Hondo's, they used an Indian song in Hondo's hideout.
It's a place where they might help.
Or the people that Jar Jar's girlfriend.
Table number 6.
Thank you. I know late. That is not an alien language. Oh, you idiot. How is she this old and this dumb? Oh.
Neat trick.
Don't
May I
listen.
see that again?
No.
What trick?
That's an Inquisitor. No. Slick. You're an Inquisitor? I love the gold detailing. It adds
Expected no less.
nice. Oh shit.
I went to these. Nothing. None.
No. No, you. Why? Oh, right. The old lady. What, are you gonna say it was actually him doing with force powers? Or, never mind. Slow-mo. One thing lacking right now is the music. I love this. I like this Inquisitor design. It's nicely done. I love the mustache. I just think he needs a helmet. Inquisitors always have a helmet. Like that. Come on, let's see a lightsaber fight now.
Stop wasting my time.
You're an idiot. She has a lightsaber literally attached to her. Oh, she has to.
Imagine that.
Interesting. In animation, you don't need to cut like this. But they are still cutting like you do in Indian movie. Oh! Oh, you see that? Oh! He's laughing. Never mind. Oh, no, she won. Guess that glowing wound must be what happens to every...
Come.
Where did the rest of the verse... Did it, like, retract? Where did the rest of the cane come from? Wait, is there a Jedi temple here?
She goes down this tunnel with me.
Oh, no, you don't. Don't ruin this.
What's going on, Charuk?
You'll have to let go of her now.
Fork you.
You know this is the only way to keep her safe.
Ah, who cares? It's over. Empire's in charge. Doesn't matter.
Charuk?
This path is only meant for you.
Ah, who cares?
No need to fear.
Why do so many stories have them leaving? Well, what does it matter? We can blast that door down. Shh. Oh, the music in the background, too. Oh, now he's playing the flute, so he's playing the music. It's so colorful, too. I didn't mention that earlier with the train. It's just so colorful. That was episode 7, The Bandits of Golak, and the title is a complete... It steers you in a completely different way. It's not what I was expecting the story to be. But it's just this cute brother and the Force-sensitive sister. They're trying to get away from the Empire. First of all, first thing that needs to be said, canon. Canon, definitely canon. I've been talking about how different things, these stories can fit in canon. Absolutely, this story can fit in canon. Go ahead. And as a Indian myself, I really enjoyed that. That really nice blend of India with Star Wars. Instead of, I mentioned it, right? How they've used little bits of it in the past and how it's just it's been a little weird, but I actually really liked how they did this. Simple story, but I liked how they did the action scene. Yes, I know, I'm sure people don't like many cuts in an action scene, especially when it's in live action, but Indian filmmaking, they do cuts all the time. So for an animation, which doesn't need to have cuts because it's an animation, to still have all those camera angles, it's like, yes, this feels right. And, you know, again, makes me wonder, what would happen if Bollywood got to make a Star Wars movie? Lucasfilm can't make a movie. All their different ideas they've pushed out over the years, doesn't matter, because they haven't been able to make a movie. Rather than bringing Indian actors in or something, why not just let India make one? Alright, on to the next. Lucasfilm and Dart Shitagio, I'm not saying that represents the pit. Okay, so this one was the one where Lucasfilm had their hand in. So I hope this one should also be canon. Interesting, with the black around the Stormtrooper eyes. A cliche, isn't it? Whenever you have one of these slave labor scenes, there always have to be someone who gets to get attacked. Just to say, hello, look, keep working or get hurt. Found something. Kyber crystal. That's what you're mining for, aren't you? Oh, look at the timeline. And certainly far more advanced operation. Now that they know there's actually Kyber found here. More time lapse. Always love a good timeline. Like a whole city being built in the background. Jesus, gotten deep. It's been such a short time too. It looks like these guys haven't really grown that much. You appear to have gotten down to somewhere you can't, right? No. Don't do it. No, they're gonna kill you all. They're just abandoning you in the hole. Oh, please. You didn't build stairs? Why would they build stairs? You'd think they would have built stairs. Now they're panicking. And it's like, you have pickaxes, fools. You can build your way out of here. Of course, they're, again, panicking. How are you getting down and up here? Did they build an elevator?
Dangerous.
How about you use those pickaxes and make yourself some stairs?
I'll bring them here. When they see this,
Or a
when
ladder.
they see us, I know they'll help. It lives in us all, even in these.
Always love hearing different ways to
Sometimes
talk about
people
the
forget
Force.
this, so don't be afraid.
You could... I don't mean to disrespect what's going on here, but those pickaxes are very good. There's a reason why real climbers carry pickaxes. Okay, fine, maybe those are ice picks, but still, big pointy thing to drive into the rock, very helpful. Thank you. Is it making holes for you? It is! Thank you! I could have been done doing that with a pickaxe, but thank you, nice animal. Could you go back and poke those holes for everybody to climb? And he doesn't need to go get help, because you can all climb. Tell me... This has a good ending, right? No, that just... quick and easy. Did he just die? Is that him stunned or him dying? You know, throw him in the hole? Nah, right?
Follow the light.
Follow the light how?
Follow the light. They need to know we're here.
How? Use the kyber crystal to make some kind of flare? Or force?
Let's tell them!
Steel. Got it. Follow the light. Just, I don't know, don't take it literally? Oh. That worked. I've never heard a voice so threatening come out of a stormtrooper. Push them off. That worked. He got them help after all, even if he didn't survive. Come on, don't give up hope that easily. You need to go and get something to bring you up, right? He's been painting. What is he painting? We're gonna see what he's been painting right at the end. Looks like this guy crystal likes it. That was episode 8, The Pit, and you can call that canon. There's nothing really that says it can't be canon. Yes, I know I was distracted by the more practical solution, but that's fine. The idea of like him inspiring people coming together to help, that was all nice to see. Interesting to know that this is the one Lucasfilm worked on. Really, out of this entire 9-episode run, this is the one Lucasfilm had in their hand. It's a surprise. That's to be sure. I mean, I've told you about like others that have clearly have the models used from other shows, but whatever. It was a cool story. It's sad that the boy, he put his life on the line to try and help, and he right there on the cusp, he lost his life. Honestly, I don't have too much else to say about it. Maybe if I were to watch it again, I'd have more ideas. But it seems pretty simple to me, and I think I got my point across. It's time for the final one. Triggerfish presents Ow Song. That properly. The world of Korriba was once rich with Force-attuned Kyber, the crystal at the heart of the Jedi lightsaber. Kyber's power was praised throughout the stars until an ancient order of the Sith poisoned it, leaving it corrupted with the blood-red glow of the dark side. Over generations, Korriba's people learned to mine the corrupted Kyber for the Jedi, who, through painstaking effort, could restore the crystals to their natural forms. That fitted the tattoo set too quickly, but yellow text leading into it, that's very Star Wars. Something I've been forgetting. Don't forget the 100, folks. How song? Another unexpected. The landscapes look beautiful, but the character looks almost stop motion. Making soup in like a kettle. I love that chewing animation.
Oh, she's here.
Oh, she's a Jedi.
It's very unstable, very dangerous.
What a unique looking Jedi. No, we don't see Jedi with hats very often. Stop singing. Jedi should have hats more. Can her song purify it? It's so cool that they're all textured like film. Well, this kid's gonna become a Jedi instead of mining? Is it just her voice?
When I'm not there to protect you.
If it's just her voice, I feel like you should have more like curiosity about what's happening. But if it's any voice, then
I just want you to be safe.
Is that a Mandalorian? That's a real buckethead. What is calling you, little one? Formation over there? Are you going in? Oh, be careful. Thank gosh, there's no security. Is the mine not underground? Oh no, you have to be looped in. Be attached to a rope. He's gonna go in there without any rope. Yes, listen to the spooky ghost voice who's telling you a back door. So, and oh, almost die and lose your great. Give me this mine of dark kyber crystals. Is it like that? Creepy. What happens? Will you magically purify everything, or will you blow everything up? Come on, can you not? She's definitely purifying everything. Oh, come on! She was gonna do it! Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like it imploded because you made her stop. Oh, no, no, no. Come on. Okay. It's better if you both fall. There you are. Oh, the animation does it. That song you've been keeping her from playing the whole time. Why she's able to do it, who knows? But she's purified this whole entire mountain now. How does your industry work now that all the kyber crystals are purified? You have to sell them to the Jedi at higher rates?
He purified the Kyber. I'll be leaving in a fortnight.
Why the heck do all of these stories end with the Force-sensitive child having to decide to leave? Especially if there's any kind of theme around this season. Last season had lots of combat, lots of action. This one has this. And this last had a lot of like sad, like dramatic stories as people fall to the east side of evil. But this one's like
I miss you, Abhi.
children all like, leaving to begin a new lives. Oh, she's still singing in the credits. That was the 9th and last episodes of Star Wars Visions Volume 2, Ao's Song. Story about this girl who has the power to purify kyber crystals with her voice, but her father is like prevents her from doing it because if she doesn't finish, the kyber crystals explode. This is definitely another one where the style of the animation is one of the biggest things. I mean, the landscape is beautiful, but the characters themselves looks like stop motion animation, and they're textured like, oh, you can see the fuzz on her face, like that she's made out of felt or some other materials that I don't know about because I'm not really an arts and crafts guy. It's so cool and so well done. It's a cute, touching little story, and I love how they display her voice resonating with the crystals and then turning them all blue. It was really nice. As for the 3 episodes I watched today, I think my favorite was the Bandits of Golak, but again, that probably has the bias that I am Indian, and I really liked the Indian aspects in that episode. In terms of animation, though, like this 9th one, that's the most spectacular animation of all of it. Oh, is the Ao's Song canon? I guess it could be, like, in a time long past, I guess. But it's not as easy to be like, oh, it's right here. It's from it would just be from like, okay, I guess it could take place somewhere. Like, oh, this doesn't break the fundamental rules of Star Wars. Right? Like in Star Wars, in Visions Season 1, there was one episode where kyber crystals changed color based on who was holding the lightsaber. Right? That is fundamentally not how Star Wars works, so it can't be canon. This has no problems with how Star Wars works. It's just there's no real like solid way to place it somewhere. Zooming out to Visions Volume 2 as a whole, it has a whole different feel from the first season. Now, yes, I know, obvious, you've taken it from just in Japan to across the world, but it's one thing to say that, and another thing to see it. Right? To see how different studios across the planet can tell such varying stories, and yet such similar stories. Like, no one was like, I don't think they were talking to each other, but somehow we've got 1, 2, 3 episodes out of the 9, which end in a Force-sensitive child being taken away for training by a master. Like, several have got lightsaber combat and Inquisitors. You have those mixes of Star Wars, but it's in a so much broader fashion. The stories they're telling are so much broader than it makes Vision Season 1 look so much more narrow, because the stories they were telling back in Season 1 were cool. The stories they were telling were cool, but they were all focused on, like, they were all really action-based going on it, looking back at it. Like, the most whimsical one was, like, I don't know, maybe Toby, or the Tatooine Rhapsody had the music, but even then it also had Boba Fett showing up to cause trouble. The Village Bride was really cute, but then again, still, Jedi shows up to fight the battle. You could look at Season 2, it is so much bigger. I mean, just this episode, The Pit, there was no Jedi in that. They didn't even say the Force in that. They just called it the Light. But it's still, like, that could have been something else, right? Change the Stormtrooper design to something else. Don't call them kyber crystals, just call them crystals. It wouldn't be as Star Wars, but it's still a cool Star Wars story. It felt like there was more freedom this time around. Now, maybe that's the case. Maybe Lucasfilm was even more hands-off this time around. But I rather prefer to think of it that since we were asking people across the world, different cultures will take that idea in different ways. I mean, just think about set pieces. That Indian one from today. That train scene where everyone's, like, huddled together on the train, they're sitting next to the window. That's a scene you'd see in multiple Indian movies. Right? The putting them on that setting, that's a distinctly Indian thing to do. Out of all of Season 2, the only episode that was really like Season 1 was Episode 5. Episode 5 fits in really well with the first season. The first season, but again, that just shows how varied it is. Like, I loved how the first episode, Sith, had so much going on with an interesting art style, and how the background played it and colors played into it. I Am Your Mother was cutesy and fun, and it was just a mother-daughter stories, except, this time we're in Star Wars flying spaceships. Look, I think you get my point, so I'm not going to keep going on, but I love Star Wars Visions, and like I said last time, I hope they keep going. There are so many animation studios, big and small, across the world. Hell, these is only 9 episodes. I'm sure there are plenty of places across the world where you could do 9 others in another volume that go to other places across the world and give them a chance to do it. I hope Lucasfilm keeps doing this, okay? That's all I hope for. Go for more studios, go for more varied styles. This is something Star Wars needs. And to be fair, I'd say this is something any super long franchise needs. I wouldn't mind something like this for the MCU. Just a breath of fresh air. This small little bits allowing us to take a break from what we're very, very used to enjoy what we like in a different way. Visions gives us that. It's the one thing that they're consistently doing well because, well, they don't have to do much except tell these studios that, okay, you're going to be making an episode if you want to. Look, this video is long enough already. I enjoyed Vision Season 2. I'm sorry it took so long to get these parts out. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you watched all of my videos, thank you so much for coming along the entire journey with me. I hope you'll rejoin me if, you know, a Season 3 comes out and if my channel still exists. Thank you. Again, seriously. You watching makes me feel like I'm not a crazy person looking at a camera. Over here is whatever YouTube decides to show you. Over here is a playlist of my videos, and on my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.